Is it possible to champion the common person while taking money from the powerful elite? This Maine Senate race has just ignited a firestorm of questions about integrity and authenticity, and the answers might shock you. Before we dive into this explosive exposé, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and allows us to bring you these in-depth investigations. Graham Plattner, the Democratic challenger aiming to unseat Senator Susan Collins, has been meticulously crafting a national image as a fierce anti-corporate crusader. His campaign narrative is built on taking on the titans of industry big tech, the pharmaceutical giants, massive banks, and defense contractors. He's been vocal, posting on platforms like X about the urgent need to fix our collapsing healthcare system, even declaring, "We should shut down big pharma, not our hospitals." He even signed a pledge just days ago, vowing to put patients over profits and refuse contributions over dollars from anyone affiliated with the corporate healthcare industry. This is the image he wants you to see, a fighter for the people against the overwhelming power of corporations. But hey, race where the story takes a sharp, uncomfortable turn. Campaign finance documents and lobbying records, meticulously reviewed, paint a vastly different picture. Between August of last year and March of this year, Plattner accepted over $30 in donations. And who were these donations from? Not from everyday citizens, but from lobbyists and executives who directly represent the very corporations Plattner rails against. These were personal checks, yes, but written by individuals whose job it is to influence policy on behalf of these massive companies. Take the pharmaceutical industry, a frequent target of Plattner's ire. He promised to take on big pharma, yet just days after his impassioned ex-post about shutting them down, he accepted a $1,000 donation from a lobbyist representing AbbVie, a major pharmaceutical company. And it doesn't stop there. Shortly after that, he accepted another $1,000 from a lobbyist representing Novartis and Moderna, two other pharmaceutical giants. While his campaign claims they returned one of these donations, the initial acceptance raises serious questions about his commitment to his own stated principles. He even criticized Senator Collins for attending an event funded by Big Pharma, only to then attend a fundraising coffee put on by healthcare lobbyists himself. The National Republican Senatorial Committee has been quick to point this out, calling his anti-oligarchy stance faux rage that falls apart the second you follow the money. This isn't just about the pharmaceutical industry. Plattner has also been a vocal critic of defense contractors, accusing them of perpetuating massive waste in procurement and engaging in war profiteering. He argues that funds spent on their lavish lifestyles should be reinvested into vital areas like closing our shipbuilding gap. Yet, the records show he's accepted thousands of dollars from lobbyists representing major defense contractors like RTX, Boeing, and Anduril. It's a similar story with banks. Plattner has accused Collins of siding with big banks, while simultaneously accepting donations from lobbyists representing UBS, Visa, and Citigroup, and even cash from a Bank of America executive. And then there's big tech. Plattner has pledged to break up giants like Amazon and Google, even stating he'll come after Jeff Bezos to ensure he pays more taxes. Despite these bold pronouncements, he's accepted contributions from lobbyists representing Blue Origin, Bezos-owned space technology company, as well as those working for Amazon, Google, and Salesforce. Now, it's important to note that these donations are often coming from third-party lobbying firms, and the corporations themselves may not directly control every individual donation made by their lobbyists or executives. However, the sheer volume and the consistency of these donations from individuals representing Plattner's stated corporate enemies raise significant ethical concerns. Academic research has even shown that contributions to members of Congress can increase access to their offices, suggesting these donations are not made in a vacuum but are indeed motivated by a desire to shape policy. When a candidate dedicates so much of their platform to attacking specific industries, and then accepts money from the very people who represent those industries, it creates a profound disconnect. This hypocrisy, if that's what it is, strikes at the heart of voter trust. It suggests that Plattner's anti-corporate crusade might be more of a strategic campaign tactic than a deeply held conviction. It affects voters who are genuinely struggling with issues like healthcare costs or the influence of big money in politics, as they might feel misled by a candidate who doesn't practice what they preach. The potential outcomes are clear: a loss of credibility for Plattner, a boost for his opponent who can now paint him as inauthentic, and a general sense of cynicism among the electorate about the sincerity of political promises. With campaign finance records only covering up to March, it's entirely possible Plattner has accepted even more money from these sources since then, further deepening the potential scandal. So, what do you think about this? Is it political theater, or is this a fundamental betrayal of public trust? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This story highlights a critical issue in American politics: the constant tension between campaigning against corporate power and the reality of campaign finance. As voters, it's our responsibility to look beyond the rhetoric and follow the money. Graham Plattner's campaign may have hit an awkward snag, but the implications of this story reach far beyond one Senate race. Stay informed, stay engaged, and always question the narrative.